They told us we'd be heroes, that glory awaited in these muddy trenches. But there is no glory in watching your friend's last breath fog up the morning air, no honor in the way his letters to home scatter in the wind, ink running with rain and blood. We are all sons of different mothers, speaking different tongues, dying in the same mud. Our medals shine like fool's gold, heavy with the weight of lives we've taken. At night, when the guns fall silent, I hear the enemy singing. They sound just like us, young, afraid, far from home. They never told us how war smells of burnt coffee and rotting dreams, how victory tastes like ash in your mouth, how the medals they pin on our chests can't shield our hearts from breaking. The cold seeps through our bones like death's whisper. We fight 2 wars now, one against men, one against winter. Our fingers freeze around rifle triggers, dreams of home crystallizing in the bitter air. At night, the darkness and frost conspire, turning minutes into eternities. Fear tastes different in winter. It freezes in your throat like metal. We huddle together, enemies and allies alike, all seeking warmth that never comes. The snow doesn't care which side you're on. It buries us all the same, turning battlefields into graveyards of white. They say hell burns, but we found it here in the ice. Each breath is a small victory, a cloud of life that fades too quickly. We count the hours by heartbeats, each one slower than the last. Some nights the cold claims more of us than bullets ever could.
In fields of white, they dream in red, of mother's garden, roses spread. Their rifles rest like broken toys, while memories dance of schoolyard boys. Through frozen lids, they see the spring, hear children's laughter, church bells ring. Their blood melts snow in crimson streams, while far from home, they drift in dreams of Sunday pies on windowsills, of lovers' walks on summer hills. Each fallen soldier, cold and still, dreams back to life beyond the kill. Their medals freeze against their chest, as childhood prayers grant final rest. In death they're boys again, who run through meadows bright with morning sun.
They never tell you what fear really is until you're here. Not in books, not in training, not in the speeches of old men who send young ones to die. Fear isn't just in your heart. It lives in your bones, crawls under your skin, becomes the air you breathe. I've seen the best of men break, and the weakest find strength they never knew. War strips away everything until you're nothing but raw instinct and racing thoughts. We're all animals in the end, fighting for one more sunrise, one more breath of frozen air. To those back home, you'll pin medals on coffins, name streets after battles, build monuments to victory, but you'll forget our faces, our dreams, the way we died in this God-forsaken snow. You'll forget how young we were, how we cried for our mothers in the dark. History will remember the generals, the dates, the strategic advances, but who will remember the letters we couldn't finish writing, the promises we couldn't keep? War makes brothers of enemies and strangers of friends. We kill men we might have shared bread with in another life. And for what? Lines on maps, words and treaties, pride of men who'll never know the weight of a rifle or the sound of a friend's last words.
Through December, frost above 44, they sink in snow and dream once more of Christmas trees and crackling fires, while tank tracks crush the heavenly spires. Each flake that falls brings memories near, mother's hands, father's hunting gear, sister's ribbon in autumn light, all fading in this endless night. The mortars sing their lullaby as frozen tears refuse to dry. In foxholes, deep as unmarked graves, young soldiers dream of summer days. Their coffee's frozen in their cups, like time itself has given up. Yet in their dreams, they're warm again, before they knew the ways of men.
Remember me not as a hero. Heroes don't exist here, but as a boy who learned too late that humanity's greatest enemy is itself. In these frozen fields, we are all the same flesh and blood, all carrying photos of loved ones, all dreaming of home. We kill each other for ideals that seem hollow in the face of death, for borders that mean nothing to the crows that feast on both sides equally. They'll say we died for honor, for country, for freedom, but here in my last moments, I die understanding a darker truth. We die because humans never learned to see themselves in the eyes of their enemies. Because pride and power mean more than the lives of sons and brothers. Because somewhere in comfortable rooms far from here, men in pressed uniforms decided our lives were currency they could spend. When spring comes and melts the snow, let my blood nourish flowers instead of hate. Let those who find my body know that I died not hating my enemy, but hating what turns men into enemies. This is my last letter home, written not in ink, but in the fading warmth of my breath against the winter air.